Okay. So, in the last video, I said that I was going to bring some solutions. Damn lighter. Alright. I said I was going to bring some solutions to try and clear some stuff up. Because why is it important to know this? Okay. I read an article not too long ago about how it's more important to be anti-racist than it is to simply not be racist. What can you do to stop this? Well, the first thing is to recognize all of these things that I've been trying to point out. What white privilege is, how you benefit from the racism that this country has had, okay? Get that stuff in your head. See where it applies every day. And then we can start working on some serious solutions. The first solution is something that you can do in your everyday life, is to educate your other friends, educate your white and your black friends, when this racism actually makes itself known. In the last video, I brought up how someone called the First Lady an ugly black bitch. Why not just an ugly bitch? All right, why is it so important to point out that she's black? Couldn't she just be a bitch? Now, for the record, I love the First Lady. I really want to see an Obama Booker ticket for 2020, maybe 2024. Okay, that's my dream. That makes my heart swell. All right, but if you're gonna call the First Lady a bitch, why is it so important to say that she's a black bitch? If we're gonna insult, if we're gonna insult, say, I don't know, Ivanka Trump, can we call her an uneducated moron? Yeah, we can. We can call him that all day. But you never hear uneducated Russian mail-order bride moron. Now, truth, I don't know if she's a mail-order bride. And I know she has an education. She speaks 5 languages, and she grew up in Eastern Europe, and they have a way better education system than we do. All right? But when people insult her, they don't bring her race into it. Bringing up a person's race as part of an insult is by definition racist. Well, okay, it's by definition bigoted. It becomes racist when that race has fewer benefits than you do. And you might want to argue, well, she's the First Lady. She's doing better than I am. Yeah, okay. Now, what about any other black woman? We're talking 1 out of millions. So if you're going to call her an ugly bitch, call her an ugly bitch. You're entitled to your opinion. But an ugly black bitch, there's a line. You don't get to say that, white lady. Because as a white woman, you're treated better than the First Lady would be treated as a black woman. And you know this. You've experienced it and you've seen it. And that's what makes it racist. And you know what? For those of you guys that are real allies, that really want to see the problem, that really want to participate in the solution, then call out people on it when it's there. And here's the gig. If you're uncomfortable about it, it's probably there. When you're in line at the grocery store and you pay with your credit card and you go through fine, but the person of color behind you has to show 3 forms of ID as company policy, ask to see the store manager. Get your lawyer on the phone and ask to see the store manager. Stand up for the people that don't have the power to take care of themselves. Because here's the fact. If I make a scene at a grocery store for being treated differently, if the cops are called, I'm guilty. It's that easy. If I say I'm being treated unfairly and this is not the way that things are supposed to work, then someone says, stop yelling. They call the police. They tell the police I was yelling. I go to jail. So you be the one to point out how that's not cool. You be the one to call the store manager and make it very clear. I wasn't checked for my ID when I paid with my credit card, and this woman, Lawanda, here was. And I don't appreciate the fact that you would employ someone who would execute store policy in such an uneven and seemingly racist way. You know, call out the fact that when a black woman carries a purse into a store, she's told to leave it behind the counter. And any other race can carry their purse inside a store. You know, point out the fact that when someone tells a little black kid, or the parents of little black kids, oh my God, they're so articulate. Ask them in relation to what? You know, really question what people are thinking when they say these things. You know, understand that people don't mean offense by it, because we're way past the days where the majority of the country honestly believe in their conscious minds that black people are less than. Okay, they're not trying to be offensive. They're not Klan members. I know that. I know that you would not only not take a postcard picture in front of a black person that's just been lynched, but you got to be one of the people to try and stop the lynching. You know, you have got to help black people stop the unfair treatment. You have got to call your lawyers and your congresspeople and your city councilmen to say, the treatment of these black people, you know, the treatment of this person was not equal to the treatment of that person for the same crime. You've got to call them out on that. Use your voting blocks. Use your power. Use your credibility with people of authority and the press. That is what you can do. Really take a look at what the problem is and see when these things happen. Know that you as a white person have the privilege of calling out injustice without going to jail. Okay? If the police come, you are the one that the police will listen to after they put the black person in the back. You know, anecdotal story. But I'm letting you know that this is very indicative. One of my other videos, I played some bass guitar. I'm a musician. And I was playing at a bar. And at the bar, a black guy and a white guy got into a fight while I was outside waiting for my ride. When the police got there, though I was standing outside of the bar with all of my gear, okay, I was handcuffed and thrown into the back of the car because a black guy was fighting. And it took the white female bartender to come outside the bar and tell the police officer that they had the wrong person. Okay? It took another white person. It took a white person to tell the police officer that I was not the person that they were looking for, because my word wasn't enough. You want to help with the solutions? When things like that happen, one, be the one to say, that's not the black person you're looking for, if it isn't the black person that they're looking for. If you're their alibi, speak up. And then go up the chain of command and punish them for doing their job poorly. You know, if you, it's not just enough to say, oh, I'm calling and filing a report with the police. After you file the report with the police, get on the phone with your city councilman. Get on the phone with someone who works at the mayor's office and have your white parents do the same. That is what it's going to take to change the public perception and to get the stuff out here, to get the stuff in this world to be a little more equal. You have to use your power, your influence, and your credibility to push the system forward. It's not enough that you don't see race. It's not enough that you're not racist, because you're not using your power to do anything about the minority of people who are. You know, when there was that shooting in Santa Barbara a couple of years ago, where it started the whole not all men movement, the not all men believe that women owe them something, my response to that was not all, but enough. Enough men think that way, to where it has become a problem for women. Guess what? I like police officers. I know that not all are bigoted, violent, over the top bullies, but enough are to where it's become a problem. I know that most bankers are actually trying to get the largest amount of money that they can so that they can retire fine. Not all of them are bigots, but enough are to where there's still people who have decent amounts of money saved, not able to move into certain neighborhoods. I know that not every single person thinks that black people are criminals, but enough are to where I'm not safe walking down the street to go get a burger or a pack of cigarettes. And that's not going to change if I quit smoking. I can't go get a soda knowing that I'm not going to be pulled over for being accused of a crime. Okay? Not all police departments protect their brothers. All right? I got to give it up for, what city was that? There's a city, I'll have to check my Facebook for it, that fines police officers $15,000, each precinct, $15,000 for telling people not to record them. Good job. All right? Good job. Use your white privilege to push your local police departments or your state legislators to implement that. You know, to change the rules and take away the loopholes that make it easier to hurt people of color. That is how you can help. That is the solution. And that's what people are asking for. So, I've ranted long enough, all right? Anyway, I hope to see you guys again, and I promise I want my next rant to be less angry. I want it to be about something like video games or comic book movies or something. But it's bad right now, y'all. So I'll talk to you soon. All right? Late.